Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
We're here.
We made it today.
It's Thursday, February 16th. We made it. All in one piece.
Yep. I didn't die.
Nope. Oh my goodness.
I'm doing the link right now.
Okay. Hopefully we'll have
How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm a
Doing
little
good?
tired, but
That's good.
I'll get over it.
I need to look happier.
Huh?
I look sad. I don't want to look sad. I'm not feeling my best today.
Yeah.
So I apologize if I look like crap. Sorry.
You look fine.
Sorry for the crappy face.
Oh. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for that. Excuse the yawn.
Oh, did I get a thumbs down for my crappy face already? Sorry. Don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Allie.
Sorry. Speaking my mind today.
We already got a thumbs down?
Yeah,
What the heck?
I know. Good morning, Blackberry Thistle Tea.
That's just wrong.
I know. Sometimes I just don't feel good.
Well, you're human,
Mhm.
I think, aren't you?
As far as I know. As far as I know. And we got 2 thumbs down. Okay, 1 thumbs down. Somebody can't. She said, I gave a thumbs up. What the hell?
Who knows?
I was talking to those people that gave the thumbs down right at the first. It's like, really, you don't like our channel or video? How do you even know? You've been here for 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Well, their opinion.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She says, sick ass people.
It was great to talk to Barbara yesterday.
Yeah, it was very interesting. She's a very nice lady.
Yeah, she is.
So I was doing the link and I got sidetracked.
Oh,
I'll get in there.
it happens. Let's see.
Sales yesterday?
No.
No.
But I got one this morning.
Well, that's good. Start your day off right, huh?
Yeah. I got a sale for one of those, what are they called? Those VHS rewinder thingies.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You're kind of chirpy.
am I?
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet.
Besides Honey talking to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go close that door. She heard we don't hear ambulances come by very
Yeah.
often.
Right.
I heard one this morning, and she was going crazy.
Yeah.
And it was real. It wasn't a real loud, like it was, on the highway or something. So, but yeah, she could still hear it, and she was flipping out. Morning, Craig. So, and she's got that, deep
Hmm.
bark and
Yeah, she does.
hump day +1. That's right. Oh, this has been just kind of a weird week. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
But
Jonah might be getting called into work. Sorry, I was trying to mute that and I couldn't find the freaking thing.
but I'm glad I'm here this morning and
I am
glad
too.
to
Maybe I'll get something done.
get the show started. Oh, excuse me again. Get the odds.
You better quit that right now.
See, we got 9 watchers. Uh-oh. Craig said he's fighting the possibility of a $400 refund return. That's harsh. That really sucks. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Batman.
I think I just I'm Batman.
Batman.
I can't find my headband.
Time to shave that head off then.
I do need a haircut really bad.
It's probably still in your bed.
You know what? Ooh, look at that hair. Wow.
Because you were playing tennis pro last night in bed doesn't mean you can always wear your headbands.
I'll be right back.
Put a hat on, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you get any sales last night, Sally?
Nope, not a one.
I mean, things just kind of seem slow, but I know why I haven't gotten any, because I haven't been a good girl and haven't been listing, so I understand why I'm not.
You need a verbal spanking then, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
On you, shame on you.
Yeah, get your whip out.
No, dude, you can't wear the hat. That hat don't work.
Doesn't make me look stupid. That looks better. That doesn't look stupid. I can
Don't
You
bend
know
it out.
what you need is one of those.
Bend it.
You need one of those hats that have the blonde hair coming out,
I got one.
like Cool Toads.
Maybe Sean will send me his.
There you go.
You know what? That's good enough. I don't care. Where's my glasses? Oh well.
That's right. We still love you.
He's calling me 11:41 at night.
Was it me?
Nope.
Oh.
Not this time.
Okay.
You're safe. Let's see. Morning, comfortable life. Hope everybody's having a good day. Probably a little too early to tell, but
I'll get a haircut today. That'll just solve all my problems.
there you go.
I think I figured out why you're getting a thumbs down too. I'm pretty sure it's dropping the F-bomb in the first 2 minutes there, Sally.
I did it because
Tristan came in to
somebody
wake
did
me
that.
up. She came in to wake me up, and I rolled over my phone and I put it on right when you did that. She just started howling, laughing. She's like, "I love them." I was like,
Well, it's like, come on. We just started. The show's been on for probably 30 seconds, and
"You're always going to get thumbs. You're going to get thumbs down before you even start, and that's just, that's just somebody hating. Hater going to hate.
uh-huh.
You got to take that as a compliment that somebody is so faithful that they come to your show every morning just to give you a thumbs down.
That's right.
It's either that or they're psycho, one of the two.
Our show must be the first thing that they think of in the morning. So
Do I?
I said our show must be the first thing that they think of in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, that reseller show's on. I'm gonna go thumbs them down real quick.
True.
If somebody has that much energy to come to our show and do that, yeah. Okay.
Hashtag Truthus, Rufus.
Honey don't like you too much right now. What? I was talking about Honey. She don't like her mama right now because her mama kicked her out of the bedroom.
Yeah, mine don't
She
like
just wants it.
get blocked coming down the steps. So.
Craig said it's too early to smash any buttons. You don't have to smash nothing. It's never too early. You listen to our show every morning.
Yeah. Let's take that.
Sometimes, as soon as you come on, that like button should be punched or smashed or fondled or whatever you want to call it.
Fondle the button.
I'll probably get another like or unlike for that one. That's okay.
That's okay.
Haters gonna hate.
Oh. Yeah, no. People cray.
Craig saying. Caress, fondle. Oh, gotcha. Oh, wow. So how'd everybody do with their first day of the challenge?
I think I definitely got 25 listed yesterday.
That's good.
What was supposed to do? I did really good. Was it a listing one? I don't remember.
100.
You only made fun of it like 3 times yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like it. I don't remember why now. Wasn't there something else to it you had to do?
Yeah, your cells,
No.
not a dollar amount, your quantity.
I did list yesterday quite a bit. Don't really know how many. I'm gonna have to go look.
Okay.
Was mostly Hallmark ornaments because I knocked those out. I had those hanging over my head, and then
Oh,
I finished
good.
up all the stuff that I got at the auction last Saturday night. So that's all done. So I think I maybe did. That was a lot of Hallmark ornaments.
What are you up to? Like 4,000 listings now?
I'm actually only up to no, because it's sold back down. Hold on. Wait a minute. Unsold. I had my active and unsold. 1,056. Was 1,060, so I was freaking. But I sold quite a bit, like over the last week or so. So that number came back down. So now I'm back. But that's what I want. I don't want as long as I stay at a number, and I'm constantly having to strive to get back to that number. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
With me. Right.
Makes sense.
Right, Eric.
Yeah, I like to be right now. I hover around 400 listings, and I'm pretty comfortable with that number right now. Christie's Family Almanac.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I actually got a bunch of them. Eras. 1873, 1875.
How thick are those?
Not very.
Wait, was that a?
It's an 1855 almanac.
Oh, they're almanacs. Mine was in a really crappy condition. Yours are in amazing condition.
Yeah, I went to an auction last night.
Cool.
I got to figure out what the hell I bought.
I went. Watched a movie. I don't remember what I watched. I watched something.
Good job.
That's been really good. And after the movie is over, she goes, "All right, bedtime." And I'm like, "Okay." It's 9:45, so I actually went to bed before 10 o'clock. I was pretty proud of myself for that.
Wow.
That's just why you are here now.
Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually managed to get to sleep. I took my little sleepy pills. Maybe that's what helped me. I've just had a really bad time. Wow. Good morning. Wow. Paid my eBay fees. Didn't need that email. Now that just set the tone for my whole day. Yeah, I've been toying with the idea of getting some sleeping pills. I don't like sleeping pills. I don't like whatever. But and those homeopathic things were sort of working, but like the last 2 or 3 nights they weren't working. Like with the exception of last night. And I looked at Tristan, I was like, I just gotta find some Unisom, something and take one. I can't do this. I can't toss and turn and stare at the ceiling until 3:30 in the morning. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I don't like taking stuff, and I especially don't like taking stuff that leaves you groggy the next day.
Do you live on a road that you can go walk on?
Like safely?
Like at night?
Sort of.
There are a lot of windows you can peek in.
No, like
You have a lot
just
of
do like
women that live around you.
just do like a quick walk at night. Maybe that'll tire you out a little bit more.
The problem with me is if I do something like that,
Sure.
I get my second wind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here we go
yeah,
again.
I'm kind of like that too.
Back to the Russian. But what it is, it's a Russian manual on how to use a pilot's helmet.
Oh,
Dude, that looks like the one Luke Skywalker wore.
It's actually 1984, which is kind of weird, but
Do some yoga. says Sherry.
Merry Christmas with Tommy.
Tammy.
Oh, Tammy.
She is a Ideal Toy Corp toy from the 1965.
Huh.
A corpse toy? Is that what you said?
Ideal Toy Corp.
Oh.
Yeah, I go toys.
Oh, the Ideal Corporation.
Yeah. Ideal Toy Corporation.
Would you like a book on the abdominal brain?
I don't even know what that means.
It's a psychology book. It's 1885. It's also had a lot of medical stuff in it.
You know what, Dusty, you were saying that you were having some trouble sleeping. You know what I've been doing is I'll find an app on my phone, and it's like meditation. And I know a lot of people have weird feelings about meditation, but it just kind of helps you, just to get to sleep, helps you relax so you can get to sleep type of thing.
I could. I actually used, last night I used Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
It's the same episode I've been trying to watch twice now.
Oh, okay.
Taylor Swift sings me to sleep every night.
Dude, I would never tell people that ever out loud again. No.
That's not me. No, I like Taylor Swift.
Another thumbs down for Eric liking Taylor Swift.
Oh well. 1888 Western Union Telegraph.
They had a Western Union Telegraph stock ticker machine last night on Antiques Roadshow. It was in amazing condition.
Cool.
What year was that, Eric?
1888.
Dang.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Nikki says she's going to the storage to search the storage unit today. And Sharon says for the fish. And Nikki says, yeah.
So apparently it wasn't in the van.
That nasty. You need to find that thing.
Goodness.
It was like vacuum sealed though, right?
I don't think it was vacuum sealed. I think it was just in a baggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like in a Ziploc bag and it was frozen and it's cold outside, so I can understand it. Like anything that we put outside, it'll freeze like
Yeah.
that. So it's not going to be like nasty until it hits about 45.
Right. Which she says that's what the temperature is supposed to be today.
Yeah.
So she's like, scrambling. Sorry. Oh, she said it was in a seal a meal bag.
No, so still sealed at least.
Unless something unseals it.
There's an
That's cool.
That was pretty cool yesterday to have, Barbara on.
it was cool.
She was pretty interesting.
Nah, she wasn't. I have no idea. Just
Well, I don't know.
Get it?
I was
Who got that?
expecting this gray-headed
me.
old lady, little curls in her hair. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but that was my.
She's got the going on grumpy name, and it makes you think she's like a little old grouchy old lady or whatever.
Exactly.
Yep. Nikki, I think if you find that fish, you should also drag a grill out of your storage unit and have like a fish. You should grill it right there and make a video.
There you go.
Perfect. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's an old Courier Knives print.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
The coloring is so fantastic. I have to look up when it was published, but it's in a really.
What brand is it?
That's Courier Knives. The name
Oh.
is Fanny.
Courier.
Sure. You scared the crap out of me.
Naked man with a bowl of cereal behind you.
Yeah, somebody wants $35 for one.
Really not sure what's going on there, but I feel you're just standing there holding a bowl. You might want to acknowledge whatever that is, whoever that is. Or they hit you upside the head with something.
I think he was saying alms for the poor, alms, please.
Oh, he just gave her some crackers. I think it was fish in that bag. Is it carrots or cheese doodles?
They're probably cheese puffs or something like that.
Healthier.
Carrots.
Oh, very good. What's in the bowl? Ranch dressing?
What's in the bowl?
Okay,
Gonna
so
be.
you just killed the whole point. Look, he's giving you the. Wow, that's really pointless at this point to even eat carrots when you have a half a gallon of ranch dressing. Just gonna say.
At least she'll get the vitamins for her eyes.
At least you won't go blind.
Already blind. I mean, what are you talking about? Somebody is not happy with you.
No, that dog is bonkers today. All right, let me go see what's going on.
Interesting bracelet.
Good morning, Laura Lee.
Good morning, Marley.
Sherry, why you say naked man is back? Yay!
That's funny. I don't care who you are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, funny, 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 funny.
I thought he would have put the headphones on and started talking to y'all.
I'll pass.
Hmm?
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Put her back outside.
Maybe some rampaging squirrels were trying to break in.
Yeah, probably.
It's different.
put soy coconut milk, not soy. What's that stuff we drink? Almond coconut milk in my coffee, like kind of like creamer. And I always drink my coffee black. It's nasty.
Because it's coconut milk.
Ooh, the almond coconut's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the almond one.
No,
Coconut.
Walmart now has, it's the almond breeze or whatever. You know, they got almond. And I always get the unsweetened, because if you ever look at like some of that almond milk and coconut milk, stuff like that, like the number one ingredient's like cane sugar or number two ingredient. So it's kind of pointless to even drink, but they had one that's almond coconut. It's good. I had it last night with a bowl of granola cereal. It was really good. Because I'm lactose intolerant, so I mean that's like a good alternative to milk, you know.
Yeah.
And I normally don't do creamer, but for some reason I thought, you know, that might be really good with having that in my coffee this morning. No, it's nasty. I'm about to go dump it out. Okay, right there, Nikki. Yep, a little lower. Yep, right there. Got some Dr. Pepper in an Amazon box in the back. She can hear me. She doesn't have any sound this morning.
No, I just put myself on mute while I was moving my camera and stuff around.
There you are.
I got my cool tripod. I'm so excited about this.
How many dogs you got in that van right now?
Huh?
How many dogs you got in that van right now?
It's my two, Willow and Lugnut.
What I'm amazed is we can actually see all the way out to the back window.
I got it on my tripod. It's all the way up. It's
No, I'm just saying
You
your
can't
van's
drive down the road with a freaking tripod with a phone on it right in front of your face.
I'm not driving right now.
Oh, it just means you've emptied your van out recently.
Oh yeah, I had to find the fish. That's why it might be in the storage shed. It might have landed in one of them boxes. So
You still haven't found it?
no, I have to find it today though, because it's supposed to be in the 40s this week. So this weekend, it's supposed to be all the way up to 50 by next week. So that sucker will be melting.
Would the dogs help you find it?
It's frozen, so I don't think they can smell it.
You sure they can. They're dogs. They can smell like all kinds of crap.
Did you puke on
My
my
honey
seat?
would be able to find it.
Well, you'd think they would. They sniff everything out, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm thinking it's in the storage shed, because I've cleaned the van out, so well somewhat. So I would think Lugnut would have gotten it by now.
Maybe they ate it and you just didn't realize it.
I would see the wrappers though.
They ate that too.
Silver hair
I'll see
stacker.
it later.
Silver hair stacker said maybe you left it with the agates.
Yeah, my agate.
Oh gosh.
And they finally brought my gas yesterday afternoon, so I got to take a shower at my house this morning. My house, because I'm not homeless.
So you can't get city gas where you're at. You have to have an LP tank.
Yeah, I'm country.
We had one in two different houses we lived in, and I'll never forget. This was like right after like 9/11, gas went up and all. They came and filled it. They're like, "That'd be $600," and I'm like, "Holy hell, what?"
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's expensive, but the only thing I use it for is my hot water. So I always forget. So sometimes I forget to check it because it takes so long to use it.
Right.
So sometimes I forget about it. Well, then they know that I only heat my hot water with it, that I don't heat my house with it. So I've made the mistake of saying, "Oh, whenever you bring it, fine. It's just for my hot water." So now they think anytime I call, they can just take their time. So,
There you go, Dusty. A 45-star American flag.
oh boy.
40.
Go to an auction or what?
Yep.
You sure you counted right?
1896 to 1906.
Nice.
Wow. We added Utah. We had Utah in 1896. And that lasted for 12 years. That's something I think people overlook. If you ever find flags, and I mean, you're going to find more often than not, you're going to find, 50-star flags, 49 or 50 or whatever. But if you find older flags that are more fabric than they are, like newer nylon, first of all,
Yeah, that's fabric.
take the time to if you can, without totally unfolding and whatever and dragging it across the floor, take the time to count real quickly and see if there's 48 stars. 48-star fabric type flags can be worth some decent money.
Yeah, that one, if it was in better condition, would probably be worth in the $300 to $400 range. It's got some raggediness where it was flown and they get torn after a while with fabric flags. So it's probably only going to be worth about $100 and a quarter, maybe $100 and a half. I paid $25 for it, so.
Because it was flown on some like Spanish-American warship. That's up the story. That's why it's torn up.
Isn't it amazing how that worked out? Yeah.
I've got pictures of it.
The person was a history buff, which is really cool. I got a lot of paper. Whether it's worth anything is who knows. So.
Yeah, I agree with Tom. Tom said the only time you're supposed to put anything in coffee is when you get a cup from 7-Eleven. You have to put creamer or milk in it so you can drink it, not eat it with a spoon. See, I like that kind of coffee, though. I never put stuff in my coffee. I don't know why I did that this morning. I think I just thought it was a good idea.
Maybe you were just tired, sleepy. Didn't realize.
No, I actually had to walk through our kitchen into the back hall, open the mini fridge to get the coconut almond milk out. Because apparently all my stuff gets banished to the man fridge or whatever. I'm not allowed to share the big boy refrigerator with everybody else.
There's a couple of interesting magazines. They're not old, in 1987, but it is a ethnic collectibles magazine.
Hold it up. Stamps.
Well, there's not really stamps, but they talk about like pottery and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I've got like 3 of them, so it's kind of interesting. Kind of shows you, what's out there. These are great for reference, but I'm sure somebody will want them.
That's pretty interesting.
Old stuff where he went and visited Vicksburg, and the new approved guidebook for Fredericksburg, Virginia. These are all from the 60s, it looks like. Gettysburg. Fort McAllister. I don't think these are worth a ton, but when you group them together, but then you get into the in the same box as old photos. It's kind of different. It's got the people's names on the back, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Here's a really cool one. It is. I have no idea what it is. It's like a textile. Oh, it's a paint store.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is really neat.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
We got a family photo.
Are all those people alive in that photo?
It looks like it.
So we had that discussion yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't remember how it started, but I dropped out of, I got busy yesterday afternoon listing and stuff, and I never did go back and look to see if it was still going. I kind of dropped out halfway through.
Ah, that's just cool.
Of course, back then, sometimes you couldn't tell who was alive and who was dead.
There's a general store photo.
I was tired. but I'm fine. I'm not on drugs.
Who's tired? Who's on drugs?
They asked if I was okay. I look zoned out. I look like I was zoned out.
Kind of cool.
Sally, did you just go put an NRA hat on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Look at the phones on his desk.
Oh wow. Is he dead?
No,
Oh.
he's holding a paper in his hands. It's a whole military.
Oh, that's cool.
With his jungle hat on.
Yeah, I bought this lot because it was just full of these cards.
Oh
They got
wow.
photographer's information on them, and the dude with the older guy, but he's holding his cane. He's got his pocket watch. Old lady.
Where are you off to? Oh, that's right. You're going to storage unit today. You get up. What time do you get up, Nick?
Me, I am up by about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Hell, what's the secret? Besides going to bed at night. Why? How y'all
I
y'all
don't go to
people
bed
get
at
up
9.
early?
I go to bed. I go to bed between midnight and 2 o'clock, and I'm up by 4 or 5. The secret is you don't sleep very much.
Yeah, I can do that. I can go and go and go. The problem is then I have one of those days where I sit here and I stare at the piles and I go, and I end up watching YouTube videos all day long. But I know if I have those nights where I get like, I mean, even if I didn't fall asleep till midnight last night, let's see, I went to bed at 9:45. I didn't make it through the whole. I probably got 9 hours. I woke up at 8. I probably got 9 hours of sleep. So I'll have one of those days today where I'm like, let's go. Let's go do whatever.
I'd be completely useless if I got more. If I get more than 5 hours of sleep, unless I'm sick, I'm completely useless. My mom was the same way. When I was in high school, we used to stay up half the night playing cards every night. Me and my mom. My dad and everybody else would go to bed, and me and my mom would stay up playing cards and watching Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. I just sold some
Mr. Zadie cooking.
hold on, why am I getting the hell? Son of a gun.
Well,
There's a question in the chat.
Oh, I started to do a listing last night and I must have stopped in the middle of it or something, and it was one of those you hit submit or whatever, and then it had a second pop-up screen warning me about Nazi items, which is kind of stupid because it's not even Nazi related and there's not a single word in there that could be construed, and they don't generally have a pop-up for that entire category.
I was gonna say,
I didn't realize it. I went to a different tab, and so that item has sat there since last night and didn't get listed.
I know why you weren't selling it.
Well, and it's one of those that should move pretty quick.
So Michelle has a question. She said she bought a box of magazine quality paper. On each piece is a lithograph of a picture, religious, deco, beautiful females posing, animals, kids, I guess, an assortment. She said, how does one go about researching such items? Many of the sheets have the artist names. Almost all of them are numbered like a catalog number.
So it sounds like an artist portfolio, like a photographer's portfolio.
Yeah.
If it's the same artist, then I would probably try to research the photographer, see if he's anybody that there's anybody.
Wait, are they all the same artist though? That's what I'm reading back through that again.
It sounded like they were all the same artist, but I don't know for sure. Maybe not. They may be different artists.
If they're different artists, then that's a little different, a little harder to figure out. That would probably be somebody who worked at the magazine and was putting together stuff, and would save those items.
I mean, how are we talking about? Like, when you say numbered, are we talking about numbered like a lithograph, where it would say like
20 or 50 or
15/100, where it was like numbered, where to show a part of a set, or where it was like numbered more, like what she's saying, like a catalog? It's like a photo of an old oil painting, or it's like a photo of an oil painting. Huh.
So it sounds like a catalog, maybe.
it might actually be something like an auction catalog.
Yeah.
If they were putting together an auction where they would, this is lot number 1. Here's the painting and here's the artist's name on it. And then lot number 2, and again, I don't know. I'd have to see the picture to understand it completely, but that's kind of what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds neat.
Yeah.
And if you could figure out if it was something like that, you might be able to figure out what auction it was sold in, especially if it's an older auction. Because like I said, all that stuff is great reference material. But if there's good quality photos, that helps too.
Well, I wish there was a way to show pictures on here, but there's not.
Maybe she can.
Just screen share.
Well, it's not our picture.
She can't. No, Michelle Clark. It's reminiscent of someone taking out a page of a magazine, putting it in a scrapbook. It was very neat.
They were posted on Facebook.
There's not a Michelle Clark in. She in Thrifty DTs. Thriftin. Sorry. Yeah, there's not a name that matches that, so I don't know if she's in anybody's group or not.
Why not?
I've seen her lots of times, so she's been around.
Let me figure out a way I can show. You can join the Thriftin Bitches of Reselling group and put it in there.
Says she has not taken pictures yet.
Oh.
What's one of the names that are on it, or what's one of, like, the example? Like, pick one that has a number and tell us what the name is and what the subject matter is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's one of those strange. It just takes a little extra effort to research it. But if it's
Michelle, do you have you have a webcam and a mic, or you can come on?
She's a member of the Reseller Happy Hour.
yeah, put it in there.
Jim don't care. He's not even out of bed yet. She's also a member of the Reseller Happy Hour, the Reseller, and then it cuts it off. Yeah, gummit. Are you the one with the penguins as your what do they call that, avatar? So freaking not awake yet.
I see her chatting on one of the groups all the time, but I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
All the groups all joined together, all join on in together with me because I'm so many. I forget where I see people.
What's up, Jim Tara?
Not much. What's up with you?
You have a jukebox in your house?
Do I have a yes? I do have a jukebox in my house.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I have 2 jukeboxes, but not both of them in the house.
You store fish in it?
No, no.
That's for you, Nick.
Bought this. My husband's into coin op stuff, and he bought this Wurlitzer a couple years ago. And when he bought the Wurlitzer, he said, "Well, I'll sell the Seabird." But he always does this shit, and then he don't sell the other.
That's because we're guys. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll sell that one, I promise.
I'm at the auction. I'm like, we cannot have 2 jukeboxes in the house. And he's like, oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll sell the Seabird. Okay. That's 4 years ago. I still have the Seabird.
He probably has it up for sale. He just has that.
No, he doesn't. No, I know he doesn't. Trust me.
It's one of those, like a lot of old guys. They'll put. Oh, you got to put it up for sale. I got too much stuff, but they'll put the insane, absolutely perfect, never been touched. It's like factory new price on it, and then they turn and go, "I'm trying to sell it. I just can't seem to get anybody who wants it right now."
I think I don't want to sell it price.
Yeah.
I think it's like something men are not that I can't appreciate it, but men are more into it. But he's got like 2 jukeboxes, the Pac-Man arcade machine, the Genko shooting arcade machine, and 2 pinball machines, pinball parts. He's into all that kind of.
Don't be a hater. You probably have dozens of kitchen appliances.
No,
Anything goes.
Hey, how
I better go now before I get totally bashed for that.
I'm sure that your husband has gifted you with many fine vacuum cleaners and things over the years.
no, no.
How far are you? How far are you from me? I want to come over and play.
Oh, well, everything's in storage, but I think I'm like 3 hours from you.
Tell him to get it all plugged in. I'm coming over to play.
I bought Tristan a blender one year for like, it was a small holiday, like I don't know, Valentine's Day, or we don't celebrate or something. And it was nice. I mean, it was like $150 blender, and I was all like this stoked. And she's like, "Don't ever." This is early in the days of our marriage. She's like, "Don't ever buy me an appliance for a holiday ever again."
Yeah, that's like a tool. You don't buy somebody something they use. It's supposed to be
Guys don't mind getting tools for gifts.
All I wanted for Christmas.
No, the women don't want to get.
The tool chest. That's it. That's all I want.
Now, see, I like getting gifts, even for Valentine's Day. He could have. One time, I wanted a vacuum, and he gave it to me for Valentine's Day. I was happy with that.
We don't give each other gifts anymore. I mean, for like a long time, we just if one of us wants something, we just buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He bought me a stormtrooper helmet for Christmas this year, which was a shock because I didn't give him anything. But
We buy each other stuff for our birthdays, and then for Christmas, we buy something for the house that we both want. Like
Oh,
this
yeah,
year, we got ourselves a Keurig.
yeah, I haven't gotten a birthday present in years.
That is so cool.
Oh hell, do I really?
Birthdays are a special day. I always make a big deal out of birthdays.
An 1868
Aurelie
book.
says she wants a welder kit. You know what? That's what I want too. I want to learn how to weld.
You want to learn how to sew?
I had one lesson.
My grandma tried to teach me how to sew, and it just never took. I'm not domestic.
She said weld.
Oh well.
Oh,
Well,
hey, that's different.
How to weld is pretty easy, actually.
That's something that I have always wanted. I'm actually, one of these days, I actually want to take a welding course. Just to learn, the different types of welding. And I think that would be a skill that,
It's a skill.
I could use to, say if everything went to shit, if the world went to shit, it'd be something that I could, a skill that I could use to barter or whatever. That's kind of the way I think of it.
You know
Yours
what
is
would be
on the apocalypse.
if the crap hits the fan, like doomsday type scenario? You know what'll be even better? Frozen fish. Just making sure you're there, Nikki. I hope you find that. That's so something I would do though. See, my deal is I would forget it and leave it in the car.
Mhm.
And then I would discover it like come spring, and it was like, oh, that's what was in the trunk. And I've
Well,
actually done.
my husband has forgotten about it. Every time I bring it up, he's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "You don't seem very concerned about this. 'Cause we're supposed to have 50 degrees next week."
Well, the smoke will probably take longer to smell bad. You got that going for you.
Like right now, it's frozen, so
No.
Shit, I gotta go get Tristan's present.
tomorrow it's supposed to get up to almost 40 or 40. So
Yeah, I know. It's awesome this weekend.
It's supposed to be 70 degrees here today.
And it's smoke, so yeah, it'll take longer to smell, but to rot.
Fine.
Morning, Larry. Michelle said that she uploaded a couple of those pictures for on the happy hour site.
Good.
Today. Happy hour. Happy hour. Happy hour.
Happy Howard.
Oh.
Are we talking about the same happy hour?
I don't see it.
Refresh.
I don't.
I don't either. The reseller happy hour or Thrift and Bitches of reselling? It's
No,
not in
she said
there.
the
She put it in the
happy
reseller.
hour. What she
The
said.
reseller group thinking it was a reseller happy hour.
Thank you, Cheryl Ann. I got, hold on. Okay, that's gross. Sorry.
Mhm.
No problem, buddy.
Here we go. Okay. Just took a while to load.
Okay.
They're interesting.
She said try again, didn't hit post.
Oh, wow.
They
I see
look
the one
like
of the-
they're
The one of
the book.
Carol, is that the one?
What?
I see the one of the girl. Is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe lithographs out of a book.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's not a calendar top, is it?
No.
Because see, yeah, but they wouldn't have been cut out of anything because they're way too nice and neat on the edges.
It I mean, it kind of looks like, with the printing on the page and everything, like a stylized book or.
Are they blank on the back? Wow, she has a couple hundred of them. Where do you live? Because I want to come buy those from you.
Those are cool.
Just so I can research them.
Great. The name, I got Crandall for the last name. You get Brady, Brad.
Brayden. Right.
Brad. Brady.
I can't really tell.
Harmon State sell car load for $100. My cost is $0. See, I would buy those from you if you lived closer. I don't think it's Brady.
Yeah, there's something after the Brad part of it.
It might be Braden.
No. It looks like there's 4 letters after it.
You sure that's Crandall and not Grandall?
Could be. It could be a G. Maybe we need a clearer signature.
Do what?
Maybe we need a picture with a clear signature.
Yeah, try to post in the comments in that same post.
Sherilyn said maybe Bradshaw.
No. Bradshaw Crandall. Very good, Sherilyn. Bradshaw Crandall. He did illustrations for Cosmopolitan magazine in the 1930s. He did a lot of cover art. So that with girls, so that may actually be what you have. I'd have never gotten Shaw out of that though.
Yeah, but Dangle just wasn't good.
Just because of the picture. Anyhow. Wow, he did some really cool. Did a lot of pinup stuff, clothed and unclothed. Bradshaw Crandall. He was an American artist and illustrator. He is known as the artist of the stars. Okay, wait a minute. I have... No, mine was Bob Harmon that was the artist of the stars. Among those who posed for Crandall were Carol Lombard, Betty Davis, Judy Garland, Veronica Lake, and Lana Turner. In 1921, he began his career with an ad for Lorraine hairnet sets, sold exclusively by Woolworth. His first cover illustration was the May 1921 issue for the humor magazine Judge. In later life, he went from illustrations to oil on canvas paintings, which included political figures. He did a lot of stuff. Let's see, career.
Is Michelle? Is it all the same artist?
Well, the thing that's interesting, if you look at the first picture that she posted, where it's the one that shows the number in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
That looks like laid. See how you see the lines in the paper? It looks like laid paper, which would definitely be, I mean, they did art paper that was laid paper. I mean, they still do it today.
Yeah.
But I would think that would be a little bit older because that was more popular back then. I mean, those are really cool. Like, I would have fought you at an estate sale physically for those. And I don't even hit women.
Value.
Those are cool.
I mean, condition is everything. Those look like they're in nice shape. Unframed. You know what? I would expect to get maybe $15 a shot. I mean, you know, the key is going to be who do you have? Because I mean, you're probably going to have some, you know, stars and things like that. But again, and how old these are is going to be the other factor.
I mean, if you look at Bradshaw Crandall on eBay, there's 125 active results. If you look at completed, there's 99 completed. Of course, you know, originals are going to be worth more. But out of those 99, there's 36 that sold, so that's good. You know, you've got Cosmopolitan magazine where he did the cover. I mean, you've got just a lithograph that came from God knows what. Could have been something from an artist. I mean, for there to be that many together, either somebody was a collector or they came from, well, she said they're all different people, though. That's right.
Well,
If
like
somebody was a collector of older pinup lithographs and stuff like that, but
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, if there's nothing, I mean, there's nothing on the back. That's probably like it may have come from, they say, to somebody who did magazine layouts or collected this stuff. There's some really cool stuff.
she said I added a clearer signature on the, or put a clearer signature, does not look like Bradshaw. So what I would do is go to eBay to one of his original.
It's in his style.
So apparently he does his signature. He would do the S where the leg came down, the S, and the W would go up and curve around on his signature. Which the W definitely comes up and around, and that is, okay, now I see it. And that's the S coming down like that.
Somebody's got an 8x10 Bradshaw. I'm trying to see if it's numbered like that or.
Really cool. Of course, I also have a thing for
Kind of.
deco. Not a thing, but I really like any kind of deco pinup.
Yeah. Give me
Not,
some.
believe it or not, I am a guy, but not even the nude stuff, the tastefully, more. I don't know. I like deco stuff.
The Vargas girls, the Gil Elgren, stuff like that. That's the cool stuff. It just, I guess it depends on what she said. That she basically is nothing into them.
Yeah, she had a whole car lot for $100, and so they're free.
I would say $14.99 best offer.
Are you serious? Dude, I'd go a whole lot higher than that.
No, because, well, like I said, the hardest part is who do you have, and are they all, and they're all numbered, but there's a lot of those type of prints out there. It looks, the size makes a difference. I'm guessing 8x10. It's a party mail envelope.
That's a padded flat rate that she has them on top of. Okay.
But if you look at,
I'd go $39.99. I might even go $49.99 or best offer, and then just stick them out there. But it depends on what the other artists are too. I'd go higher, but that's me.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at it, just 8x10 Bradshaw Crandall prints are selling from $5 to $20. But if you can identify like the actress or actor that's in the print, it might go for more. How big was that one?
Yeah, but the ones that sold like $12.99 free shipping, that was only 5x4.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's a $20 that's an 8x10. Where's the other ones at?
I don't know. You got nothing in them. I'm kind of more of a set them out there and take a little bit higher price and see what happens. And sometimes you get lucky and somebody will come along.
I'm also thinking of quantity. If you've got 100 of these things, yeah, it's so hard. That's the problem with stuff like it's just so hard to put a real decent price on it. I mean, you can always go higher and then drop them down. I mean, that's the thing. If you get them up there and you're not getting any action on them at all, no offers or anything, it doesn't hurt anything. Then put them on sale or drop the price on them. I think they're going to sell right around that $15 range. Maybe put them up for $30 or $40 and see what happens. If you get some people that you can identify, through some of the famous pinups, then that would bring more money. You get a Betty Page, stuff like that, then it's going to bring more money.
Laura Lee even said, maybe try a couple of them at auction and see what
I have
happens.
auctions.
I don't think I would auction them. That's me though.
If you're going to auction them, then you're going to put them at the price that you're willing to accept for them to start.
Right.
Don't start them low. Start them, $24.99 or something, and then see what you get. But
Right.
I don't think they'll sell at auction.
I don't think they're I mean, not that they're not desirable, but I don't think they're rare enough to really have an auction there.
Yeah, just on the Bradshaw Crandall one, there's plenty of his stuff out there.
I mean, now you could do the Jason style and stick them all at $19.99 a piece starting bid, which I don't like, but it works for Jason, the type of stuff he sells, because it's a little more unusual, and see what happens. I don't think you're going to do very good with it, but that's my opinion.
Definitely interesting.
I mean, out of the 36 that actually sold, when I just searched Bradshaw Crandall, 36 that actually sold, 10 of them were auction style. And I see one bid, 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 one bid. And then there was one that went for $5 that had 3 bids. So what that would tell me is you're not going to get a competitive auction out of his stuff necessarily.
Right.
There's not quite enough interest to make it something competitive. Do you concur, Jason? Doctor, do you concur?
I wasn't watching, so I don't know what we're talking about.
Hey, what movie was that from? Doctor, do you concur?
Doctor.
Oh, no, not Airplane again.
Nope.
Okay.
Spies Like Us.
Spies Like Us?
Nope. Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio,
Oh, I didn't see it.
where he faked like he was a doctor.
By the way, speaking of movies, I like your ensemble, Eric. You look like Soda Pop from The Outsiders.
Oh, my no sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Good crap! I'm the only one allowed to wear wife beaters, and I don't wear a wife beater in the middle of
It's not a white
winter.
beater. It's a Fort Walton Beach shirt. It's a beach shirt.
No, it has to be totally white to be a wife beater.
That's right.
Do you guys remember The Outsiders, the series?
No. This is new.
You sure?
There was a series of The Outsiders, and it only went for
2 episodes.
The pilot.
no, I think it went for like 1 or 2. I think it went for 2 seasons. But I remember it was going on during like whenever I was turning 13, and my mom found out that they were going to be in the town next to us, so she took me to go meet them. And like we had pictures signed and stuff like that. And the one of the guys, I can't remember who he played, but one of the guys that played in that was Courtney Cox's husband.
Now, wait. Is this like all the actors like look like the original actors? You know, like that 90210 ripoff thing.
Somewhat.
It's a 1990 TV series.
1990.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 13 when I met
David
them.
Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette.
Yeah, I liked him in what was it, Scream, right?
Yeah.
Or wait, Eight-Legged Freaks, wasn't he in that too?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah.
They did 13 episodes, 1 season.
Oh. I guess
And
that
David
was
Arquette is
enough.
the only name that anybody's probably ever going to remember out of it.
Yeah.
I'll assume at the time he wasn't a name.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool though. It's a memory that I'll always have.
That's cool.
Apparently, one of the other guys, J.R. Ferguson, was in grew up to star in Mad Men.
Oh.
Stan Rizzo.
Hmm.
People need to pay for stuff.
Still not getting those payers, fam?
Anybody else getting slow payers and no payers lately?
Nope.
Yeah. Here and there.
I've got 8 items awaiting payment.
Damn.
Yeah, and they've kind of trickled in. And I've got unpaid item cases on 1, 2, 3, 6 of them already. The other ones still have a little time.
Well, that's down from, I think you had 10 yesterday, didn't you?
I had 11.
11. Wow, that is so high. Phew.
People stupid. You know, and they're decent, like, you know, one's like some antique Christmas ornaments, and the guy is like, so-and-so's toy chest is his name. You're like,
Well, you know, maybe, you know, today's Friday, people get paid. Maybe all of a sudden people start paying. Remember that used to happen like back in the day?
Yeah.
It'd be like, I get paid on Friday. Can you wait a couple of days for me, buddy?
you know what? I just
Get that
remember,
anymore.
I think there was one of them that messaged me about getting paid.
Mm.
I usually go, okay, awesome, thanks, because I mean it's going to open an unpaid item case either way. I don't jack around with that. You know, sorry, you're going to get one,
Mm.
and I'll just be like, it opens automatically. Margot asked, you don't have automatic payment on your listings. Negative, because I do feel like that probably does. I normally don't have this problem. It's not really a big issue. I think that could probably run people off. Not to mention if you do best offer, which I do a ton of, probably 90% of the items I sell, then it's not going to matter anyhow.
This is a menu from a restaurant in Long Island, New York in the 30s. Topsy's famous for chicken, eat with your fingers. Forest Hills, Long Island, there was 3 of them. White Plains, New York, and Baldwin, Long Island.
Son of a gun.
That's cool.
I went to school in White Plains, New York. I know where that is.
Don't remember Topsy's? You got your Sam the Accordion Man sheet music. So there's a lot of black memorabilia in this.
Laura Lee said, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for an eBay purchase today, and can you ship it GSP as a gift? I got yelled at yesterday in an email. Did I tell that? I already think I already shared that on the show. It was like the day before yesterday. And the guy's like, why you ship an antique item this way? And like broken English or whatever. Why you ship antique item? Is it broken or whatever? And I'm like, that was done through eBay's global shipping. Please open a claim with them, and you know they'll take care of all of it. And the guy's like, I'm not the seller. That your problem. I was like, all right, well then sit there because I really don't care. Like there's nothing I can do. And I'm not going to contact eBay. I got better things to do. And you can just sit there with your broken item. I did have to call eBay on something yesterday. You know, and I hear so many. Jim Bennett and he was in the room. I think, Eric, you were in and out for a second or whatever. But, you know, I hear so many people say that I call eBay and I get nothing done, blah, blah, blah. I get nothing accomplished. They don't speak English, whatever. Like, I clicked the button for call me.
Yep.
And they call me within like 30 seconds. The lady did have a very thick accent, but I I don't know. I killed her with kindness. I was just, joked around with her a little bit. And my entire issue was solved in 3 minutes, and I was off the phone. And it wasn't anything terribly complicated. It was some. I had some defects for late shipping, but the guy had specifically asked me. He bought 3 separate items in 3 separate purchases, and he had specifically asked me, please wait till next week to ship these because I'll be out of town. And I got defects for him, and my defect rate's not for late shipping isn't really pushing it. I mean, I'm at like 1.6%. You're allowed 3% in that one. And that's no fault of my own, and I knew that was going to be like that. But I thought if I could get those 3 removed out of those 16 total that I had, that would make a little bit of difference. And she said, yes, they do that in batches on Thursdays, and she sees definitely that I was okay in shipping them late, and she will put in to have them removed on Thursday.
I mean, some of the customer services are great, some of the customer service is great. I love getting on the phone with PayPal. I always have excellent customer service with them.
I think a lot of it has to do with your demeanor, your attitude towards them. I mean, if you're just having, if you're having a hard time with something, or if somebody's asking for a return, or and it just pisses you off, you can't relay that to eBay. You have to,
but I'll start, even if I'm mad, I'll start out with, start out the conversation with, hey, I am really frustrated. I'm not mad at you because I know it's not your fault and you're just doing your job. And then kind of laugh a little bit and be like, but can you please help me because I'm about to pull my hair out? I mean, these are people that deal with just crap all day long on the phone.
Right.
And that's what, and I think a lot of people, I can't get anything, and I'm going to be ugly for a minute, but, can't think of anybody specifically, but I've seen this in the past. They'll put in a post in a group and they'll be like, I can't get anywhere with eBay and they're horrible and sons of bitches in other countries and whatever. And it's like, but then when you read the rest of that person's post that they always post, it's kind of like, wow, doubt it's your attitude or anything. I mean, I can't imagine you actually went in with a nice frame of mind and were kind to the people. You kind of get that, like you were saying, you kind of get that feeling that they probably went in with a crappy attitude to begin with.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Treat them, if you open the conversation, sometimes you even just have to sleep on it, or don't jump right into it and don't jump right onto it. Calling eBay, and sometimes you just got to think about it for a little bit, kind of simmer down a little bit.
Simmer down now.
Yeah. Simmer down now.
You put you in that person's position too. How would you feel if someone called you up and just started reaming you?
Right.
I mean, in general, I don't know. I'm not the person that gets super upset. So I'm always have a pretty calm call. And I'm always nice.
I am too. I'm nice until I don't need to be, but I start out nice.
I think the thing that helped me the most was reading an article a few years ago.
There's a bad echo.
Be it bad.
Reading an article a few years ago that was written by a customer service agent, and he flat out said, and it was about travel, I think, if I remember correctly, like how to get the best deal on hotel rooms. And he flat out said, your rapport with me is established in about the first 10 to 20 seconds. He said, what you get out of me and the rest of the phone call, he said, is pretty much determined in those first 10 or 20 seconds. And I think that's probably true of most customer service agents. You're dealing with somebody that could have possibly had the worst phone call ever and be almost in tears on the phone call before you, but they don't have time to stop and cry because they got an auto dialer, or not an auto dialer, but they've got a computer program that literally is going to make them answer the next call immediately. And so if you can make that person smile for 1 second, You just made their day.
Yep.
And they're going to hand you the sun, the moon, and the stars.
That is true.
Too many people are just damn mean to begin with. You want to know the truth?
But on the other hand, if you get one of those phone calls, soliciting you, those I am not so nice with. If I'm with another trip to the Caribbean, I'm going to strangle one across the phone.
Well, if you're being legitimately kind, you know, with other people, and you do get somebody, maybe they're having a bad day, hang up and call back. Maybe you'll probably get somebody different. You know, but if you're acting like an ass, you know, it's not going to matter who you talk to.
Just remember, be kind to your web-footed friends, for a duck may be somebody's mother. Does anybody remember that little nursery rhyme song?
No. I thought you were going with Be Kind, Rewind.
That's a big kazoo song.
Be kind to your web-footed friends. As a duck may be somebody's mother. Y'all don't remember that?
Yep.
I'm going to sing.
Yep.
There you go. Valerie's shaking her head.
Who just sold National Geographics recently?
Jim Bennett.
And Larry,
Mm.
right? I think Larry was selling a bunch of those.
I have some from 2012 and 2013. Is that too new?
Throw them away.
Huh?
I mean, are you trying? Are you single issues, locking them together, trying to take ads out of them? I mean, I think it's going to be a tough sell unless you try to sell single issues and find somebody that missed an issue, and I think it's going to be really hard.
Right.
I don't think they're worth messing with.
Well, it's either do that or I can hold on to them, I guess, and risk, you know.
Or just
If you want to list them, they'll be probably be a slow sell, and you don't mind sitting on them. You can try that.
Put them on the shelf, Sally, and when you're 83, put them back up on eBay.
Yeah, because I'll be still doing this.
You remember that, everyone. That might come to fruition.
2012 National Geographic. You can buy the entire year of 31 issues. No, that was a lot from different years. Well, here's a lot from 11, 12, 13, and 14. $31, $17 shipping, but they took a best offer on 31, and we don't know what the best offer was.
Yeah. I'll probably just make it separate. Because I don't have all the gear.
I mean, there are some single issues that are selling. I mean, you might be able to. I think it's going to be a slow sell.
Yeah.
You had 209 completed out of 544. 209 sold out of 544 completed. So about a 40% sell through, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
On a search for 2012 National Geographic. When I go down to the bottom, like what sold for the least amount of price, there's a lot of issues in the $4 free shipping range.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because I wouldn't expect to be able to do media mail because these have ads, right?
That's right.
Correct. Which means that somebody's not following that rule and they're doing it anyhow, probably.
Probably.
They don't think, I don't know how National Geographic is the last couple of years, but I don't think it's going to fall under 16 ounces. You might have the occasional thinner issue, but I doubt it. I mean, even then, you're going to leave it $4 and something.
I'd probably just do. I'll probably just do a priority.
Larry Lafferty said, National Geographic, yes, I have some listed, got them free, very slow. He sold one in 2 months.
Mm.
Okay.
Poor Nikki.
I know.
How about now?
You sound good.
What are you eating?
I'm eating a bagel.
Why?
It's a Turkey Club bagel. I usually try not to eat on the live show, but I'm starving.
So I did blow through some Hallmark ornaments yesterday, get those listed and finish those up. And I had offers come in immediately from the same person that's like an ornament buyer, apparently, according to their name. And so that was a nice little feeling because most of them weren't worth jack crap, but there was one that actually was worth a little bit. And the last one sold for like $32 free shipping. So I put mine at like 35 or 45, and somebody offered me $35 for it. So that was awesome. That was within like 5 minutes of listing it. So that was a nice feeling to be like kind of see the fruits of your labor or whatever. And then that same person bought another one that had actually been listed for a while. They must have gone through my store and they bought another one for $20.
Cool.
Oh, Dusty.
No, it just made me feel good because I know that most of the ones I'm listing are going to be like slow forever sellers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just Hill, Capitol Hill. Is everybody talking about old TV shows in the audience now?
Yep.
I can't see the chat anymore.
And of Lost, I thought.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was a dumb show.
No,
I liked it.
blasphemy.
All of the Lost?
Oh, yeah.
The TV show was great.
I never watched it as a kid, but I watched it not too long ago. I thought it was stupid.
Well, yeah, everything's stupid when you watch it in later years.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, I can't believe I ever watched that.
My two favorite shows when I was a kid was The Incredible Hulk and The Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm going to force you.
Well, I watched The Incredible Hulk now, and I'm just like, what was I thinking? I still like the Dukes of Hazzard though.
See, I can still watch. I grew up watching like Adam 12 and Emergency and those type of shows, and I can still watch them to this day. They're still
I was
enjoyable.
crazy for Emergency when I was a kid. I used to love that show. I had the helmet that you used to get as a toy. It said Emergency on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Kung Fu, good one.
Don't get me
Hey,
started
so
on Love Boat.
I used to watch them too. Love Boat, Emergency, Chips. And
Yeah.
I watch them from time to time now. They're on. We have a TV station here that plays them.
Rockford Files.
Rockford Files. That was another good one. Another one me and my mom used to watch late at night when we were playing cards.
Perry Mason.
I wasn't that big of a Perry Mason fan. It's a good show. I mean, it's still enjoyable to this day. But
Oh,
I like on Saturdays when the westerns come on and the Riflemen and Big Valley and Bonanza.
I knew you were going to say Bonanza. I was waiting for Bonanza. I was like, she's going to say Bonanza. She's going to
Oh
say
yeah,
I watched a lot of Bonanza. I mean, just here recently because it was on one of the channels, Grit TV or something like that, and it's just not as enjoyable as I thought it was.
what is that?
Bonanza. It's amazing how kind of silly that show was.
Mm-hmm.
I like
When
it.
you're a kid, you're too dumb to know any better.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard. I love that. It was a little bit silly though when you watch them now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but it was campy. It was supposed to be that way.
When I was little and I watched The Incredible Hulk with my dad, and I'd sit on his shoulders, and when the Incredible Hulk would change, I would act like I was changing. I'd be jumping up and down on his shoulders and tearing up his hair and whipping his neck around. And
You're not going to bust out of your shirt, are you?
used to act like I was changing.
He starts becoming green.
When the Lone Ranger came on, I used to act like I was galloping around the kitchen table to the music.
I used to love the Lone Ranger too.
Yeah. Did you watch The Greatest American Hero?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
William Kath.
Yeah. I like that one too.
You know my name is Simon and the things I draw come true. Do y'all remember the Mike Myers Saturday Night Live or whatever? I think it was Saturday Night Live where he did the "Hello, my name is Simon." That one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how do you not remember that one? I just thought we were walking through like TJ Maxx the other day quoting that one.
He wasn't he church lady?
No, I'm Dana Carvey.
Oh, right.
That was his other brother from another mother.
Wasn't that just special?
Leave It to Beaver, Munsters, Adams Family, My Three
Isn't that
My
just
Three Sons.
special?
The Carol Burnett Show was my favorite, though.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Flip Wilson show.
We were talking about Mama's Family the other day.
Oh, that was funny.
I
I
can't
used to
say
love the Carol Burnett show.
Carol Burnett was good. Flip Wilson was good. The Dean Martin show, that was awesome.
Laura Lee said Twilight Zone. That was friggin' great.
And Carol Burnett would come on WTBS before it was just TBS. Like every afternoon at 4:35 or 5:05. It was one of those because all their crap started 5 minutes after for whatever reason.
One of our TV stations plays those every night too. The Carol Burnett show.
Remember, as a kid, I used to watch a lot of the Abbott and Costello. They're obviously reruns, but they were fucking great, man.
Especially when they did the Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein,
Oh, yeah.
Wolfman. Those are the best.
Invisible Man, yeah. But even the other ones were pretty good. I mean, when they went to Mars and a few of the other ones.
I used to watch Godzilla all the time.
Something about people running in terror from something large is kind of
I
funny.
remember going to the theater and watching Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
I've seen that.
What
It's
was the name of the flying turtle, though? I can never remember.
Kamara?
Huh?
Kamara? Something like that.
I never remember the name of the flying turtle.
What's funny is you can't find that movie on DVD or thing called Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. They changed the name because it was that interesting. It was that bad, really. It was one of the later Godzilla movies, but it's something else now. But that's how it was released in the movie theaters.
All right, Craig Murray said Baywatch, and then he followed up with Dr. Ruth. What do you?
They got a new Baywatch movie coming out. It looks hilarious with Zac Efron in it.
You know, it's funny. I caught an episode of that like a month ago, and I watched it. I never realized how much emphasis they put on like the male and female physique. It was like so like over the top. It was ridiculous.
I was fine as long as Erica Eleniak was on it, but once she got off the show, I stopped watching it. So.
I used to love David Hasselhoff.
The Hoff.
He was a Knight Rider.
Oh, don't ever say that out loud again. You lost points for that one.
I only
when
liked
he
him
was
when
a Knight Rider, I liked him.
I only liked him when he was drunk talking about his cheeseburger. That was funny.
I like that too.
He was awesome in the SpongeBob movie.
Hasselhoff. I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. I own all the seasons on DVD.
Best episode of SpongeBob ever is the one with the he's the band leader one.
That one and Rip the Pants.
Yep.
That one's my favorite. The fool who ripped his pants. I like the Gary one too, where he's like, Gary, I'm your biggest fan, Gary. I like that one too.
If it's cartoon,
That sounded super dude.
I'm more of a Family Guy. If it's cartoon.
I never really got into Family Guy. I mean, it's funny when I watch it. I just never really got into it.
I don't like Simpsons, Family Guy, none of those. I think they're
I
sick.
can't get into that kind of humor.
I like SpongeBob. He's cute.
Of course, everyone likes a sponge with arms and legs.
He's funny. And Patrick.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants. You said to watch.
I think I kind of got lost somewhere around the time. Like I liked Beavis and Butthead, but that was
I can't stand it. I never liked Beavis and Butthead.
probably for other reasons. I wasn't a good person at that point in my life, so I thought a lot of things were funny. If that you can kind of read the code in that one.
Beavis and Butthead, I like the first couple, but then it just got sort of like the same thing over and over, you know?
That was about the time that MTV just kind of came out with everything, you know, liquid television, all these really kind of
when they stopped playing videos,
cartoons, and you know that kind of became the thing, and I think that started that whole generation. And I just never really got into it, other than Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, it was really sad when MTV, music TV stopped becoming a music TV station. And
yeah,
I don't know what they were trying, but it failed miserably, obviously. But
then it was all Teen Mom.
Yep, and then VH1, and then
I used to like pop up videos on VH1.
Yep. See, Jason's a Teen Mom fan, so
yeah.
Hey, never miss an episode, do you?
Don't even remind me. That 90 Day Fiance. I wish I could just burn those out of my head.
What was the other one?
90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
90 Day Fiance.
I never saw that.
Aren't you about 90 days out?
No.
I watched Bret Michaels' Rock of Love.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
What day are you getting married on again, Jason?
What?
When are you getting married again?
May something.
Yeah.
May something. You're like 90 days out, dude.
I'm not. Wait, what month is May?
There you are.
5th month. We're in the 2nd month.
Wait.
Huh.
Huh.
Good folks with now.
We'll be all right.
Jason's a
You're
90
close.
Beyonce right there.
Yeah, but I'm not like trying to get a green card. There's a big difference.
That's true.
You know, it's funny how political correctness changes. And I do think there's things, don't get me wrong, but I do think there's things in our society that when you look back, you know, like Archie Bunker is probably a really good example of like, wow, we should have never done that. That was just wrong. But I think it's funny. I don't know. It's interesting to look back and see and look at some of the stuff and be like, wow, like I can't believe we said that on TV. But then when you stop and think about it, you're okay, that's really not that bad. But when did we get to be a society that was so offended by, like, I don't know. I could probably go down that rabbit hole for an hour, but
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because recently, Black Thistle just put it up. I recently saw an episode of Sanford and Son on one of the local stations, and I'm watching it, and the things that they said, I was like, oh my God, this would never fly today.
Well, but
Oh, look at the Jeffersons.
think about it though. Archie Bunker and
okay, Archie Bunker probably was not a good example. He was a racist, and I do think that probably doesn't have a place in our society. But I'm referring to like other things though.
yeah, but I mean that's a good example of, because I mean he was hated on the show for being racist, and that show spawned the Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody forgets that the Jeffersons, that was a spin-off of the Archie Bunker, whatever the show was. And so you kind of got to see both sides there. And that was a very 70s-ish show. I mean, it wasn't that long after Civil Rights. But yeah, if you go back and look at some of the earlier TV shows, I mean, you're just like, wow, yeah, can't happen today.
It was funny. I watched more than one of I think I watched 2 or 3 of the Sanford and Sons, and in the one, he's talking about his friend hooking up with this girl, and then they go to meet her. Like, she comes to the house to meet them, and the son and him are like, oh my God, she's like ugly as can be. Okay. And when you look at her, and they're making fun of her through the whole thing that she's ugly. And when you look at her, she looks perfectly normal, except she's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Only thing I could figure out that maybe like, it was weird.
Yeah.
But you know,
That was a big thing back then, though. Glasses were a big thing back then. They weren't the fashion thing that they are now.
That's interesting.
but if you look at, I don't know, if you look at the rest of our television programming today, I mean, it's so sexual and graphic and innuendo filled, but that's not offensive to our society. That's what I don't get, you know.
It is funny how it turned that direction.
We can't say anything about anybody's, any kind of protected class, so to speak. I'm not just talking about races and stuff. We can't do anything that's anti a protected class, but yet we can just, talk about all kinds of potty mouth sexual stuff that really has no place on TV. And that's okay.
I mean, there are commercials today that would be banned then.
I don't know. I think society's go to hell in a handbasket.
And you know what's really weird is if you watch really early movies, like black and white movies, most of the time when a guy meets a girl, they get married the next day. Did you ever notice that?
And they go off and live in twin beds and sleep happily ever after.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they have started family, and you're like, well, how'd that happen? Lucy and Ricky with your dad 15 feet apart.
Cary Grant and That Touch of Me with Dolores Day. Watch that movie, and it's all about how he was trying to get her in bed, and they took her to the Bahamas, and she was a nice girl, and kept putting him off, and it's actually a rather interesting movie, and then the twist at the end is hilarious. But yeah, it's just kind of Nowadays, that wouldn't be any big deal, but back then, that was cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right.
Dad nabbit. Can't find anything. This sucks.
Well, that's why there weren't long engagements back then either, you know, because people weren't sleeping together then for marriage. You know, they wanted to hurry up and get married so they could sleep with each other.
Yeah, that could be it.
You know what they say? Good girls go to heaven, bad girls go everywhere.
Yeah.
I bought a rock collection, Dusty.
Mhm.
That looks cool.
Any agates?
Don't. Not a lot of garnets, though.
I love it.
One emerald, a peridot, some rubies. Some purple amethyst.
Oh man.
You can find some big agates. They're pretty
Here
expensive.
we go. What did Jason say?
I said, here we go.
Here we go. And we're off to the races.
I just remembered. Do you remember Get Smart?
Yep.
That was cool. Totally forgot about that show until just now.
I hated that show.
Really?
Yeah.
It was kind of silly to be silly, but
Yeah.
I don't think I did campy well. Like I Love Lucy, and I love, that type. I guess it's just all about what type of humor you like. But I loved I Love Lucy, and I loved Carol Burnett's show, but I couldn't do like cheesy camping wasn't my thing. Like I don't get that kind of humor. You know what I mean? It's kind of like why I don't get SpongeBob.
One of my favorite movies is that The Long Trailer. You guys ever seen that with Lucy and Ricky? Yeah, that's a funny movie.
Yeah.
That's the one where they're pulling that big ass trailer with that car, and which that was a big ass trailer back then. It wasn't very big, but
They're going to California.
yeah, and they were going, and they had to go up the mountain passes, and he was worried about weight, and she was collecting all the rocks from their honeymoon so that she could bring them. They were big boulders she wanted to put in their front yard, and he told her, "You can't, you can't bring all these rocks with when we go up that mountain pass." So here she said she got rid of them all, but really she stuck them in all the closets and cupboards and stuff. And as they're going up that mountain pass, they're all falling out. Oh God, that was funny.
Yeah, and if you like campers, they're pulling an old Airstream or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh God. So
Valerie, look in the chat, please. Sorry, Jason.
What?
I cut you off
Why?
Why?
because I was telling Valerie to read the chat, please.
Why would you do that? Why?
I wasn't saying anything.
I didn't do it.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, it
No.
was just.
I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was getting put in the corner.
Oh no, not today.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. What? Okay.
That's another one I loved Patrick Swayze. Oh my God.
Oh, Lordy, I went there.
Me
Didn't I?
too.
Here we go.
I was a Patrick Swayze fan.
Let me make my clay pot now.
Oh man.
Remember What's Happening? I used to love that show.
with rerun,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade and Rerun and Raj.
Fred. What was his name? Fred.
What's that? But do you remember what's that happening in a hot seat?
They made a spin-off too. What was it called? Like Shirley's Place or something?
Yeah, because she ran the diner.
Yeah.
What a great show.
What was that other one with J.J. Walker? What was that called?
It was Good Times.
Good Times, yeah.
I like Three's Company.
They had that very special episode where Dee gets beaten with or what has happened? She got burned with an iron or something. She was being abused. The things you remember.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, it was like a very special episode.
I don't even know what that means.
Hey.
Not Albert.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mel's Diner.
Oh yeah, Alice.
Alice, yeah.
Yes, my grits.
Good call, Caroline. That was.
I didn't care for those.
I used to watch that followed by what was the one with the two or three girls, and there was Schneider, the janitor.
Oh, One Day at a Time.
One Day at a Time used to be right before, right after that. I remember as a kid.
Mackenzie Phillips.
Oh, I think that's the show.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hot. Yeah, that playing on our TV show, on our TV station too, local TV station sometimes.
Oh yeah, Three's Company.
Mhm. Love John Ritter.
Yeah, he was great.
Mm-hmm. He was like Robin Williams. They were just timeless. I mean, they were funny no matter what, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poor Jason hasn't seen the movie Real Men with John Ritter in it.
No.
You should see that one. You do like that one.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like an early Hallmark version of Brokeback Mountain.
No, it's at one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It's hilarious.
What is it called?
Real Men with John Ritter and John Belushi.
That
Sorry, Jim Belushi.
I don't know. Jim Belushi, I usually don't get into his movies.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
My dad watched Animal House one time. He's like, no wonder that idiot killed himself.
Wow.
I was like, wow, Dad, that was nice.
My favorite movie with him is 1941.
Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
My favorite movie with him is actually Continental Divide.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Claire Brown. Oh, yeah. She was hot.
What do you call it? Neighbors. I have Neighbors on DVD. That movie kicks ass.
It's a funny show.
I just like Continental Divide because it's not his typical character.
Awesome. I just got a text. Jessica got 2 tickets to see Gabriel Iglesias, I think his name is. The comedian, Fluffy.
Ah.
Awesome.
He's funny.
And of course, it's at the casino, so I know what I'm doing that night. Sweet.
My husband just got 4 tickets to the motocross on Saturday down in the cities. I'm pretty excited.
Motocross.
Motocross, yeah, dirt bikes.
Oh, right. I was thinking Demolition Derby for some reason.
You need to be finding 4 tickets to a frozen fish in a storage unit.
I know. I'm sitting here outside my storage unit thinking I should go look for that now.
How many boxes are there that are possibilities?
Probably only about 6 or 7.
Oh, it's fine. As a victory celebration, though, I think you really need to have that fish for dinner.
No.
It's fine. Ain't anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my husband eat it.
Remember that movie that you, Jason? Used Car?
I remember seeing it years ago, but I mean, I don't actually remember the movie.
You can't watch it on TV. You got to watch it on TV because on TV they cut the heck out of it and you can't. It's worthless. So.
Used Car. Was that the one with Swayze or?
Used Car? Not Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah. I get all them confused.
How can you get Kurt Russell and Patrick Swayze confused?
Because I don't care about either one of them.
It's Kurt Snake Plissken and Patrick Swayze is
Sexy as
like the wind. I mean, come on.
I'm pretty sure that sexy as hell was exactly what Eric was about to say.
No. Come on. Everybody knows he was badass in Roadhouse. You know.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Roadhouse. Yeah.
Oh my
Next
God.
to
Next
you
to
ever
the Skin. Yeah.
It was a horrible movie.
It wasn't good, but for some reason I still
I
enjoyed
don't
it.
know why, but I watch it because it's real. Yeah, it's funny.
And then he went on to play Tu Wong Fu as a drag queen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay, that was a more horrible movie. So.
that was hilarious, though.
I like the one he was with Chris Farley doing the Chippendales dancers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that Chris Farley karate movie? That was hysterical.
I've lost my glasses.
Beverly Hills Ninja?
Was it called Ninja?
Yeah, Beverly Hills Ninja. Yeah.
Oh, Beverly Hills Ninja. That's it. Yeah. That cracked me up.
Dang it!
Well, I missed all those guys like John Candy, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. I miss those kind of movies too.
Steve Martin doesn't do it. He's too busy with his recording career.
Who?
Steve Martin.
Oh, what is he singing?
He's a Grammy award-winning banjo player, folk music.
Oh.
And he his band tours does world tours. But do you remember Edie Brickell?
And the New Bohemians?
Yep, she is the singer in she sings the song. I mean, sings while they play music. And she is married to Paul Simon, so it's actually kind of interesting. But and he was always a banjo player. Back when he did all those comedy and everything, he always had his banjo with him. But he's really ramped that up. And Steve Martin is also one of the premier art collectors in the U.S. too.
I just thought of something. Do you remember the Sonny and Cher show?
Oh yeah.
No.
Just have to watch that. My dad had to watch that every week, so I watch it.
Son of Cher show.
Well, if you
It's funny to
Burnett.
think. Have you ever watched the show? They bring their little girl out, and she's always in these like cute, girly little dresses, and now she's Chaz Bono.
Yeah.
and now she's a man.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch the show, she's like, like 1960s, 70s type, very girly dresses and stuff, with like those ribbons in her hair and stuff.
And now she has a wiener.
He said wiener.
Poor Sonny had to ski into a tree to get that image out of his mind. So
It would be funny, a picture of Bruce Jenner on a box of Wheaties today.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What the hell ever happened there? I mean, wow.
Well,
that's a direct result of the Kardashians. That's what they.
I thought it might have been a publicity stunt for like his TV show, but I don't know what made him really put himself through doing that. So. Well, he's still a man though. He just dresses like a woman.
No.
he's nuts.
I mean, that was the thing, I mean, back in the day, he was the representation of a man,
Oh, I know. I remember a while back I saw an old Love Boat episode where he was in it, and he was like portrayed as this, six-pack. He'd have his shirt off the whole episode.
Yeah. Yeah, back in his day, that was a man, I mean, yeah.
I've got his autograph somewhere. Like personalized, made out to. My parents got to meet him at the Olympics or something. It was some deal with Coca-Cola. In the 84, 80 something. Maybe it was the 80. I don't remember. But anyhow, I have a picture. I have no clue where it's at, but it's like, too dusty. Keep running, Bruce Jenner.
I have Telly Savalas.
That's kind of when you think about it, it's more of a warning. You best keep running before I will catch you.
There's also Wilma Rudolph is in there too. She was a champion runner. And then I have an autograph from somebody else, but I can't remember who it is. I don't know where any of that stuff is. That's like stuff from my childhood.
Yeah, we had me and my brother and sisters had Kelly Savalas' autograph.
Oh wow.
He used to walk by our house all the time. His wife lived in Duluth. He had a house in West Duluth, a few blocks away from my house. He used to walk by our house all the time. When I was little. He'd hand out lollipops to us kids. And his autograph says, "Who loves you, baby?" and Kelly Savalas.
You were taking candy from Kelly Savalas when you were younger. Okay.
Yep.
The old lollipop.
It was okay because he was a star.
Yeah,
All right.
you could never do anything wrong. Just ask Gary Glitter.
I used to send me and Captain Kangaroo used to send birthday cards to each other because our birthdays were on the same day. And a friend of my dad's, she knew Captain King, Bob Keeshan, and she told him that I was like one of his biggest fans and that we that we had the same birthday, and he used to send me birthday cards and I'd send birthday cards back to him.
I loved Captain Kangaroo show. Mr. Rogers was creepy as hell though.
Yeah.
Do you know why Mr. Rogers always wore long sleeves? Because he had a bunch of tats up and down his arms. That's what my husband was telling me.
I heard that was a lie.
You heard that? My husband. I never looked it up, but my husband said that. Because I think he might have been like a World War II veteran or something. So maybe he had like some kind of like, you know, those kind of tattoos, old men tattoos.
Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah.
Was a World War II veteran and a pretty celebrated guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers long sleeves. Here we go. Where's Snopes? Was Mr. Rogers really a Navy SEAL?
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers' rumor neighborhood. Snopes.
I'm pretty sure all that was false.
Not only did Fred Rogers never serve in the military, there is no gaps in his career where he could conceivably have done so. He went straight to college after high school. He moved directly into TV work after graduating college, and his breaks from television work were devoted to attending the Pittsburgh Theological Seminary. He was ordained as a Presbyterian minister in 1963, and he went to the University of Pittsburgh's Graduate School of Child Development.
Oh boy, I don't think he had the tats.
Yeah, but look at Bob Keeshan's military service.
Fred Rogers never served in the military, and he bore no tattoos on his arms or any other part of his body. He wore long sleeve shirts and sweaters on his show as a stylistic choice in order to maintain an air of formality with youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a false thing.
Hey, Eric, there's a question for you in the chat.
Are you gonna bring me in a half a street ball?
Are you originally from Columbus? From Black Thistle Tea? Black Thistle Tea, sorry.
What do you mean by originally?
Was that
I
where you
did
were born?
not grow up
Is that where you were hatched?
I did not grow up in Columbus. I grew up in outside of Dayton, Ohio, for the most part. But I was born in California. But yeah, I was born in California. I lived in Missouri 2 separate times. I moved to Ohio. Moved back to I moved to Arkansas. Lived in Arkansas. Lived in West Virginia. Then back to Ohio. So, but I grew up in little town of Beaver Creek.
Nice beaver.
We were the Battling Beavers. That was our mascot. Still is. Uncle Al. Oh, the Uncle Al show. Yeah, I do remember that. Clubhouse 22 with Duffy the dog.
Dumpy the dog. Okay, cover me. I'm going into the storage shed.
Oh boy.
Diving into the fish.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Dusty.
I was watching Eric's face.
I remember Captain. I don't remember Skipper Ryle though.
It's really sad I'm taking offers on stuff so that I can have money for shipping.
Stop sweeping your account so much.
I didn't sweep it. My freaking fees hit last night.
Oh, my
So it
fees.
stuck and I knew it was going to happen somewhere the 15th through the 19th is when, or what, 15th through 18th. And so I wake up and thank goodness I sold a couple other little things and I had like $40. And believe it or not, on $30, I managed to ship like all these because they're all first class.
Eric, hint, hint. Now's the time to make an offer on that beach nut stuff.
That's true. I don't know. I got to sell my beach nut stuff first, and then we'll see. So
Whatever. Pants on fire. And it's not a big deal. It could, I mean, I could keep shipping and it would just, you know, go to my backup source in my bank account. But that drives me insane to have like to go to. I say balance my checkbook, but we don't really even use checks. So, but like to go to check my bank and it's like PayPal because I did a bunch of shipping.
because you keep taking all your money out and putting it into your bank account in the first place.
I hate when that happens. I know exactly what you mean, Dusty. And then it's like 2 lines in accounting. It's like,
well, there used to be an easy way around that. My kids had PayPal student accounts, and I could like send them free money through friends and family, and then just turn around and take it from their sub account, their student account, which is a sub account, up. But they did away with student accounts.
Interesting.
And it's more just an anal thing. I mean, it's just more, I would rather keep my shipping all in PayPal and not have it all as multiple line items in my checking account.
You know what's interesting is I forgot I had sweep the account and I bought something at a store. And even buying something at a store, it just automatically went to my bank account for the money. It didn't like deny the transaction.
Yep.
Which was cool.
There's backup. It's buried in there somewhere, but there's backup funding on your PayPal MasterCard debit card if you have it set that way. Because I've done the same thing. Like walked in, it was like $8. I knew I had $6 in there, and it just went ahead and went through. I sucked the rest out of my bank. Where's Jim this morning?
Jim was up late again.
He was ovulating again?
He was up late again.
Wow.
You weren't there. We kept him up late, right, Eric?
I really thought you said ovulating.
I mean, like real late. He's never up that late. I mean, usually by 12, he's like, turns into a pumpkin, but he was up.
Well, I got off with y'all.
I think
it was just Eric. No, it was just Jim. It was me and Jim sitting talking.
Yeah, and then I come in and you're not there, and I'm like, oh, where'd Dusty go? I don't know. And then all of a sudden, click, boom, you're gone. And we're like, okay.
Oh, Nikki, yummy. Is it still frozen?
Yay! Found it.
Oh my god! I thought she was holding up a bag of weed for a second. I was on the spot.
You're like, look, I got a quarter bag.
Yeah, that's her smoked fish is actually what her euphemism for weed. So
yeah, I gotta cut this baby open and get my cocaine out of it.
Don't say that too loud.
I know, right? It's like packed in coffee.
The thing is, my nephew put it in here, and it was right on top of this box. Why didn't he say something?
Well, I thought maybe you were going to sell it.
Which my nephew's kind of a hothead. So.
He's like, I can come back later and get that fish and smoke it.
Interesting storage unit. Did you put those walls up yourself?
No.
That is amazing that somebody would use press board in a storage unit facility. This is an outdoor one, where you drive up and it's got the roll-up bay door, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing that they would use that for construction though, because that's not going to hold up over the years.
Nope.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen that.
I haven't either. I've never seen one with.
It looks like they had a big building they just sectioned off.
Yeah, it is. It's a big tin building. Yeah, big full building sectioned off. We have big metal.
So if you had a ladder, could you get to the next unit?
No. They have big metal braces there.
If you have a sawzall, you can.
Yeah.
You can see there's an opening between the two, but they've got big bars there. So you can't
You take a ladder, see who's got the best stuff next door, and then that's the side you cut through.
Yeah. I can't believe I found this fish so fast. That's exciting.
Did you find it by smell or visually?
No, I was just sitting right here. I walked up to this box and it was sitting right there. Right on the first box, right in the front of the pile. I can't believe my nephew said it was sitting right on top of the box.
It's like it was meant to be. That's dinner for sure.
I'm gonna put this on my husband's plate tonight and tell him he's got to eat it.
Hey, go put it in the van. Turn the defroster on. It'll be ready by the time you get home.
Yeah.
Got some foil, aluminum foil. Put it in the wrap it up in aluminum foil, and then put it underneath the hood so you'll cook it.
Wait. Is that a blow up Jesus in there?
Tell me it's a Buddy Christ.
They're blow molds.
What is it?
They're blow molds. You put light up. Hold on.
Like the big old white plastic Santa Claus things you put.
Yeah, they're blow.
No, not that one. The one above it. It looks like the head, like a Jesus head.
Oh God, Jesus is hanging down like that. Turn him right side up. I bet he.
That's Joseph.
Huh?
It's Mary and Joseph.
Well, Joseph, Jesus, he's busy. Whoever it is.
See, they're those plastic blow molds. I get $25 to $30 a piece for these.
Huh.
Do you have one of the Buddy Christ?
Huh?
You have Buddy Christ?
No, I don't have any of Christ. I got the baby, but and I have a Wiseman back there. I sold the rest of them.
So you have a wise guy?
I got one wise man back there. I punch him every once in a while because he's a wise guy. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to watch you climb over something. Climb.
Pull from the bottom like a game of Jenga.
Yeah, it's a house of cards. I ain't touching nothing.
All right, I took offers on 2 things and they both paid immediately, so I went from $9 in my PayPal back to $72. So now I can ship the rest of it.
Oh, I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you this thing, but I don't want to pull on it because everything will go falling.
So here's my review of these boxes that I ordered, the 664s.
Yeah.
I think I might have to order the 644s as well.
Are those eBay boxes or the boxery thing?
No, these are the boxery. It was like the 644s are $19 and change, free shipping for 100.
Mm-hmm.
For 100 of the 664s, it was only like $22. So like I spend the extra $3. That'd be a good size. So far, almost everything I've shipped today has been better suited to the smaller box, and I could use these and still stay in first class. The problem is then I'm using bubble wrap filler and it's kind of more too big of a box.
It wouldn't be so bad if you were using peanuts because they're super light, but
there will never be a styrofoam peanut on purpose in this house.
I know what that means. Same reason I don't use it.
I save those, and when I send something to another reseller, I stick them in the box, and I'm like, surprise! I gave you some free packing supplies. You got all the peanuts I didn't want.
A little learning tip for everybody. When you see speakers that look like they are new in the box,
double check and make sure it's not the old
inside the box to make sure they're the speakers on the box.
Why are you yelling at the audience?
I just wanted to tell you. Learning thing.
People love to put their old stuff back in the box. They do it with toner too. That's the one that drives me nuts.
Yeah, and they package them up just like they're new in the box speakers.
Yep.
I didn't pay her. I got them in a pile for like a couple of $1 or $2. So I mean, it was no big deal, but I don't lose any money on them.
So what are you gonna do with them? Just kind of space filler in your storage unit?
Huh?
So what are you gonna do with them?
What, the speakers?
The ones that turn out to be like crappy.
Well, my husband's got to look at him. My husband's going to look at them and see if they'll work for my daughter's car. She needs some new speakers. But if they don't work, then I'll just toss them or whatever.
Hey, one of the people in the audience is asking for a link to where you're buying the Boxery stuff on eBay.
Hold on.
The easiest way to search it was 644 boxes, and it's find the name. But
Oh, it's Margot. Margot.
I can't give you a link because only Chick Picker can do that. But I can give you an item number, and you can punch that in on eBay. And here's the 644s. And here's the item number for the 644s. Yep. Item number.
Those dental ones.
And while I'm on that page, buy another.
might want to finish your shipping before you buy something.
Oh, I'm down to like, I'm in good shape. I'm down to like 6 items or something like that. Show orders to combine. I really wish they'd let you combine stuff on the main page.
You know, searching by number hasn't been working so well lately. I just tried doing it and I can't get it. I mean, she found it by name, so it doesn't matter, but I've noticed that lately, the eBay numbers, when you're plugging them in, don't seem to be coming up so often.
Yeah, and the ones I like are the 6. Just sort. I don't know. Search. You know, sometimes you have to actually click completed, and maybe because that one, I don't know.
I mean, she found it. It doesn't matter, but
I have a miracle thought about my fish.
There you go.
Showed up for me when I searched by number.
where's your hand? It looks warm in there, Nikki.
It's freezing. Got my Carhartt jacket on. I'm for cold.
What are we doing? I thought we were just looking for a fish.
What'd you say?
I said, what are we doing now? I thought you were just looking for the fish. Are we just, this is like Christmas? Because I'm enjoying it.
See if I can find some things.
Come here and say hi. Come on. There you go.
I don't see my white cardboard to take pictures of things, so it's not any good.
Yeah, I went ahead and I got 19 cents in eBay bucks by ordering those boxes too. I went ahead and reordered the 644s. I mean, these bigger ones are going to be okay, but like so far, everything I've done today, I really truly could have used the smaller ones. Would have been more efficient. like items would have fit in them perfectly with little to no, packaging.
Yeah.
I even have 643s that I use for the real small stuff.
That would probably actually work too.
I mean, I tell you, it is definitely a blessing to just order a quantity of boxes in the sizes that you typically use, as opposed to going out there and trying to find boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Saves so much time when it comes to shipping.
Well, you save, I mean, I'm not, for people that are getting started, nothing wrong with dumpster diving some boxes or whatever. But I think there does come a point, though, when you get a little more set in your ways and you know what you typically use. Order the priority boxes. Number one, they're free. With an eBay store subscription, you really should also be utilizing the bubble mailers and the other stuff. And I just think there needs to be a point where you grow to where you look a little more professional. Is probably the most important thing to your end use customer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using a repurposed box, but try to move away from that to where, and it makes your life easier too.
That to me, that was the big deal. Is when I started. I mean, I had all the priority boxes, but then you get into the first class stuff, and so you're always kind of scrambling trying to find the right box. And I started ordering smaller boxes, and it was like, this is so much nicer, and the presentation's better for your customer as well. And you can usually keep it in first class no matter what with the boxes. I mean, because I think the 644s are only like 2.5 ounces, 3 ounces, something like that. Just made it so much easier.
Yeah, I have about 10 different box sizes, other than priority, that I stock on a regular basis. And it's just, it's just convenient, very convenient.
I think I have about 5 that I keep pretty much in stock all the time. And I mean, I've got them from 644 all the way up to the 1814 12s for the big stuff that I want to ship FedEx or FedEx Smart Post. So.
Yeah, sometimes I have long stuff. I have ones that are like, I'm looking at my list now of what I need to order. 26.6, 18.88, stuff like that. But I get lots of like odd shapes. I do use them.
Yep.
You're so tame. I probably walk like 70 feet.
I gotta grab the book I sold for $60 yesterday on Amazon.
And all of that.
They don't even run off. They just kind of trot off.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the show.
Bye.
I gotta go do some errands. So we'll see everybody tomorrow, and lots of mini cha-chings to you, and have a great day. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, Leroy.